to begin with, what do you think about NextM so far?
Well, Ash, my feelings about NextM are complex. I had my first experience with one of the M properties in New York a couple years ago, and I was overwhelmed by the thoughtfulness of it. But then I came to Scandinavia, specifically Copenhagen, and everything has been exponentially thoughtful, whether it was the signage and video welcoming me when I got to the airport, or the flowers that were waiting in my room for me, or the people who came to greet me during meals or bring me to the event. Everything is very technological, but it's very human-centered, and it's really kind, and I enjoyed that.
Great. And well, how do you make sense of all of your data?
For me, making sense of data is pretty easy with my technical background. Everything falls into a bucket. Is it environmental? It's cold right now. Is it biological? My heart rate's up because it's cold. Is it entertainment? Am I listening to music or sounds? And once you understand and kind of assign values to data, you start to combine it. So a place and a date creates a season. A place, a date, and a person creates a memory. A place, a date, and a food can create a recipe or something that changes a nation. So data isn't as complex as we make it. We just don't take time to be thoughtful about it.
Great. And well, you're talking quite a lot about you think that some technology, perhaps it can go too far sometimes. Do you think there is a limit to how much technology we can have in our lives?
Well, there's a limit to the amount we can. There are technological limits. But the limits are on our perception of perceived velocity. So we can handle any amount of change. It's just we shut down our perceptions. People who suffer trauma or stress, they forget it. They call it post-traumatic. And I think what's happening right now with technology is we're having some post-traumatic stress about it. Everyone feels edgy, like there's not enough time, and they don't really have a moment to be with someone, and they want their answers to be better and faster and quicker. And that's just a perception issue. Time's not going that much faster, and technology's not advancing that much. Our perception of it's becoming wider, though. So it's like an aperture on a camera. We see more technology. There's not any more technology now than there was 200 years ago.
And I know you said that people think in extremes.
Yes.
Do you think most people are scared of technology, or do you think most people would embrace technology?
Well, we all embrace technology at the end of life. We have no problems with machines and computers and software if we're dying. But up until that point, the idea of free agency or free will drives us. And we want technology when it's convenient. And we call it an invasion of privacy when it's not convenient. In so many ways, we need to start to make these middle road decisions. We don't know when someone's using their smartphone that they're not talking with a dying parent or a child who's scared. And we need to be kinder to people about how they're using our technologies. Too many people go to the bathroom to look at their phone. And there's no reason to hide your love for someone else. We have the ability to be in both places at once. That doesn't make us less human.
And you said that you're not worried about your own privacy. You're not worried about putting all of your data out for everyone to see, but then you criticize Apple for exploiting how does that make sense?
So I often get accused of being contradictory. I'm often confused for being contradictory, that I can't feel one way and feel another. It's human nature to actually have two opinions at once. It's how we function. Everything's on or off. For me, I believe that privacy is one of these things that has held me back and has held a lot of my life back. I thought it was saving me. If you didn't know who I really was, you would let me do more, or I could be your friend. But in the end, the more honest I am with you and companies, the better off are those services. The problem is companies don't understand that. They don't treat me as an individual, they treat me as part of a market. And I'm not a market. I'm not a group of people that needs to be analyzed and sold to. And I think once companies have the right balance of personal and intimate information and data, combined with my needs and values, it's a win for both.
Right. And let's see if I have any other questions. I was just thinking about, you say
there's a ship.
would make great background.
Yeah.
You say technology improves life, and you can use it for like telling you in the mornings, how are you feeling today? I
Yeah.
can see you've taken pictures. But what's left for humans to do to each other? Like, does it not leave us kind of not doing anything?
Well, we're in a period of, right now technology is replacing a lot of things that humans did every day. So jobs, driving cars, it's very fast. So humans actually are in a time right now where they're retraining. But not only are they retraining for jobs, they're retraining for people jobs. So what is my job to you as a friend? Is my job to be there and give you a hug? Is my job to like your pictures on Facebook? Is my job to run with you on Fitbit even though we're in different cities? So there's nothing wrong with talking about retraining human tasks through the interface of technology. I think the problem is where we say that technology is good or bad for a human task and not consider all the variables. You wouldn't say that someone with a leg that was a prosthetic was less human. Well, you think, well, they need it. Well, some people need technology. It's a very interesting time to be alive, and we have a lot of complex issues and a lot of love to figure out.